China, France, and Germany, the three countries are willing to work more closely to cope with climate change. President Xi Jinping, his French counterpart Emmanuel Macron, and German Chancellor Angela Merkel had expressed consensus during their video summit held on Friday. China has set its target to reach carbon peak in 2030 and carbon neutrality in 2060. President Xi emphasized during the summit that as the largest developing country in the world with a 1.4 billion population, China is committed to achieving carbon neutrality within the shortest period ever in human history from its peak. President Xi also said, responding to climate change is a common cause of all mankind, and it should not become a geopolitical bargaining chip, a target for attacks on other countries, or an excuse for trade barriers. The discussion is timely. French President Emmanuel Macron and German Chancellor Angela Merkel welcomed President Xi Jinping's reaffirmation of China's goal to become carbon neutral before 2060. They also expressed support for China to adjust its shorter-term emission goals. During the summit, the three leaders agreed that in order to achieve common prosperity, countries have to stick to the Paris Agreement and make sure detailed plans are in place and properly executed, along with continuous dialogue and cooperation globally on climate. Angela Merkel and Emmanuel Macron also mentioned that China and Europe will not only work together closely to tackle climate challenges, but also look forward to deeper and stronger economic ties going forward. Apart from trade and investment, the three leaders are expecting more cooperation in the fields of digital economy and net safety. The leaders also called for greater cooperation to protect biodiversity ahead of an October conference in the Chinese city of Kunming. This video summit was conducted before the Biden Climate Summit expected to be held on April 22nd, and when John Kerry, the U.S. President's special climate envoy, is in Shanghai meeting with Chinese officials. In the past 2 centuries, the United States accounted for the most carbon emission globally and twice the size of what China has emitted over the years. Tackling the global climate challenge is not an easy task, as each country needs to deploy huge effort and capital to facilitate such a transition. In the process, temporary growth might be sacrificed, some existing competitive advantages will be challenged, and the typical growth trajectory might be disrupted. Now, with the world waiting for the United States, who rejoined the Paris Agreement not very long ago, and is in the process of reaching bipartisan consensus on its detailed near-term carbon emission plans, the ties between China and Europe and their commitment to tackle global climate change could at least serve the role as a stabilizer, while incentivizing the United States to fulfill its part responsibly.